Hello friends and welcome to this session for GATE and ESC Electrical Engineering. My friend, this session is going to be one of the most awesome session and you are going to really learn something very new and something that will help you in the exam. In the exam for GATE, may it be 2021 or it may be 2022. Now, before we start the lecture, my friend, let me introduce you myself. My name is Ankit Goyal. I got AIR 1 in GATE 2014 and GATE 2018. And my friend, I was also awarded the President of India Gold Medal by the President himself in the year 2013 when I graduated from IIT Indore. Presently, I am working as a director at an academy for GATE department, and that is why constantly I am able to bring new and more initiatives for you. Because an academy is not an institute. An academy is not a coaching. An academy is more of a revolution. An academy is more of a feeling. An academy has everything right that is wrong with every other coaching institute in the country. The name an academy, my friend, has been comprised of two words, an and academy. That means it has everything that is not there in an academy. So an academy cares about the student in the best way possible. It cares about the student most than or more than any other person can. All the initiatives are centered on the student. That is, they are always working towards the student welfare. And that is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system. That is why, my friend, you are watching this course on power system free of cost on our YouTube channel. So my friend, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, make sure that you have subscribed, because we have electrical machine, power electronics, power system, communication system, EMT, EDC, network, signal, control, digital, everything is here on this channel, that too free of cost, my friend. But what has Unacademy done? Unacademy has brought a revolution in the country where they are providing the most affordable education, and that too free of that too at the most affordable price as well as free of cost on YouTube. So my friend, if you want to be a part of the revolution that Unacademy has created by means of the courses that are running on Unacademy, where they are bringing you the best ever educators of the country on a single platform. That is, you, my friend, can be able to learn from India's top educator at the cheapest or at the most affordable prices possible. At the most affordable prices possible. Now, my friend, I'm talking to you. You can dare to dream. You can dare to enter a PSU. You can dare to dream about MTech from an IIT. Why? Because Unacademy has made it possible. Unacademy has done everything that is required to get the best rank in GATE examination. So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, make sure that you use the code Ankit ESC, because the door to Unacademy opens with this code, and this directly makes me your mentor so that I can guide you at each and every step regarding your GATE preparation. And not only this, you will also get 10% discount on your subscription. Now, what does Unacademy bring for you? Not only the live classes. The live classes are the best part of Unacademy, where you can interact with the educator, ask your doubt, and make sure that you understand each and every concept and then only exit the class. But other than that, you get dedicated doubt session, where you can post a pic of a question and ask any doubt, any number of doubts. Then you have weekly quizzes. Every Sunday we test how much you have understood. Then there are daily practice paper which we provide you for practice. Then there are practice questions from Unacademy. Then there are test series from Unacademy. Then there is crash course where we will boost your rank in the last few months. There is rank improvement batch for the students who have already done well in the GATE examination. Now, my friend, all of this just with one subscription fees, where you don't have to pay anything again and again or anything extra. That is the magic of Unacademy. Just join Unacademy without thinking too much.
Hi guys, in the last lecture we saw the three-phase conductor configuration. So the first configuration that we saw was symmetrical conductors. In symmetrical, what we saw was distance between any two pair was same. Okay, and then due to this the inductances were also same, and we saw GMD system can be calculated as DAB, DBC, DAC cube root. Then we saw asymmetrical configuration. In this the distances were unequal. Okay, due to which the inductances were unequal, due to which we had unbalanced three-phase voltage as well as radio interference with the communication line. We also studied about radio interference, how radio interference occurs with the telephone lines running parallel to the power lines, and we derived an expression for the induced EMF in the telephone line. Then we saw transposition of the lines, which is done in order to make the inductances of all the three phase equal. In that we were interchanging the position of the conductor periodically so that every conductor experiences all the three positional GMDs. Okay, so in this lecture we will concentrate on determining the parameters of equivalent circuit in a transmission line. Now a transmission line circuit looks something like this: a resistance, inductance, conductance and a capacitance. Okay, these are the four parameters that are appearing in the transmission line circuit. So first let us talk about this conductance. As we saw in a transmission line, it is hanged to a tower by means of a insulator. So there will be some current that flows through the transmission line to the ground, but that will flow through the insulator and the tower. The voltage between the conductor and the ground is V phase. So leakage current is V phase over R insulator plus R tower. Okay, so that will be the leakage current that will flow through this conductance. So instead of this resistance R insulator plus R tower, we are representing it by means of conductance. Okay, but for most practical purposes we will neglect this conductance because it is not a part of transmission line, or it does not depend on the transmission line, but rather it depends on the tower and the conductor configuration. Okay, and it also depends on the temperature and pressure or deposition of foreign particles on the surface of transmission line. Means it has very less to do with the construction of the line, rather much to do with the atmospheric condition and the external conditions to the transmission line. So we will mainly be focusing on these three parameters R, L and C. So let us first talk about resistance. Now resistance of a line is given as rho L by A. That is your DC resistance. Why DC resistance? In case of DC there is no skin effect. So the area that we will be using is the gross cross-sectional area, that is pi r square. But in case of AC, due to skin effect, effective cross-sectional area reduces, so we use rho L by A, where A is the electrical cross-section area. Okay, so this is A will be less than A, that means RAC is greater than RDC. But we cannot quantify how much reduction is there in the area, so what we do is we multiply RDC by a factor, let us say X, to get RAC, where X is greater than 1. But in our course what we will do is we will consider only DC resistance. We will not take AC resistance into account, or we will not take skin effect into account. Okay, and most of the times for a transmission line the parameters that we derive are per unit length. Why? Because the length of the line is varying, so we have to derive it per unit length. So resistance per unit length will be rho by A ohm per meter. Okay, and usually instead of per meter we define in per kilometer, because length of the line is specified in per kilometer. Okay, but the question that comes to mind, how do I know that the transmission line possesses a resistance? Though it sounds a silly question, but what is the motivation behind including a resistance in the transmission line circuit? Okay, because transmission line is just a wire. How do I know when I am drawing the circuit for the transmission line I have to connect a resistance? How did I do that? what physical effect does a resistance imply? So there are losses in a transmission line. Okay, these losses cause heating. So if a transmission line is getting heated, I know that there is some power dissipation, and dissipation can only be represented in terms of a resistance. Okay, so in three-phase line, the losses are 3I square R. These losses will cause some heating of the line, temperature rise in the line, and that is represented using a resistance. And also between sending and receiving end, there will be voltage drop that can also be modeled using a resistance. So resistance indicates two physical effects that we can observe. One is the voltage difference in the sending and the receiving end voltages. Other is the heating in the line that is due to losses in a resistance. So let us first take an example of a single phase 2-wire line. Here if we take the KVL between V and V load, V minus V load will be equal to I RA plus I RB. Because this conductor will also have some voltage drop, this will also have some voltage drop. So V minus V load will be I into RA plus RB. This RA plus RB is the total resistance encountered when we travel in this loop. So it is called as loop resistance. This term is very important. It is equal to RA plus RB. Why I am calling it as loop? Because if I apply KVL in a loop, then total resistance encountered is RA plus RB. Now if both conductors are identical, then I can call their resistances to be equal. Then R loop will be 2R. So loop resistance is 2 times the conductor resistance. R is the conductor resistance. We will use this fact mostly using the distribution system, but here you must remember that loop resistance is twice the conductor resistance. Okay, that is for a single phase 2-wire system. Let us move on to single phase 1-wire system. In single phase 1-wire system, earth acts as a return conductor. One conductor carries the current in forward direction and earth will act as the return path. So here your loop resistance will be RA plus resistance of earth. Now resistivity of earth is around 100 ohm meter, but radius of earth is 6400 kilometer. So area of earth is quite high due to resistance. Resistance of earth will be rho L by A. Since area of earth is high, resistance is pretty low. So we will assume it to be 0. So here effective resistance will be equal to RA only, that is the resistance of conductor. And so in case of single phase 1-wire line, we will consider only conductor resistance. In case of single phase 2-wire line, we will take 2 times the conductor resistance, as there will be voltage drop in both the conductors. But in case of earth, we will take only the voltage drop in one conductor, because earth will be taken as equipotential surface, that is, there is no potential drop across the earth. Next, let us come to inductance of the line. Okay, so how do we calculate the inductance? Inductance can be calculated as magnetic flux linkage divided by the current. Lambda is your magnetic flux linkage. Okay, so again the same question comes to mind, why I am including an inductance? So the motivation of resistance is clear. There are losses in the line, so I am using a resistance. But why an inductance? So inductance first of all represent flux linkage. Okay, as we saw, due to transmission line there is interference with the communication line. Interference can be dealt in terms of magnetic fields. So that means transmission line produces a magnetic field. If it produces a magnetic field, that means there is some inductance associated with the transmission line. And as we know, inductor absorbs reactive power. So L represents reactive power absorbed by the transmission line. Okay, if transmission line is absorbing some reactive power, there will be inductance. Also, It represents voltage drop, because one of the voltage drop will be I into X. So these are the physical effects that a inductance model in case of a transmission line. Since we derived most of the formulas for inductance, let us revisit them once to refresh your memory what are the inductances for different system. For a single phase system, first we saw an internal inductance. Internal inductance came out to be mu naught by 8 pi Henry per meter. Okay. So it can be calculated as 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7 by 8 pi, that is 0.5 into 10 raised power minus 7 Henry per meter. What we do is we write it as 0.05 into 10 raised power minus 6 Henry per meter, or 0.05 millihenry per kilometer. This value comes out to be constant because we neglected the skin effect, so the current density was assumed to be constant and current was varying as the distance square. That is why the internal inductance is constant. So remember, whenever we will express the inductance, it will be in terms of millihenry per kilometer. Then we derived external inductance, which was mu naught by 2 pi ln d by r. It can be written as 0.2 ln d by r millihenry per kilometer. Okay, in the similar manner, if we replace mu naught by 4 pi into 10 raised power minus 7. Then we derive total inductance adding the effect of these two inductances. That is 0.05 plus 0.2 ln d by r. It came out to be 0.2 ln d by r prime. R prime was 0.7788 r, which is called as GMR of the system. So that was the total inductance of a single conductor system, that is internal inductance as well as external inductance. Then if we go for single phase 2 wire line, what was the inductance? There we had mu naught by pi ln distance between the line over r1 prime r2 prime, that is geometric mean of r1 prime and r2 prime. This is called as GMR of the system. Okay, this can also be written as 0.4 ln d by under root r1 dash r2 dash millihenry per kilometer. Okay, so you can use directly these values so as to simplify the computation. Here only thing that you need to take care that you do not commit a mistake, it is mu naught by pi and not mu naught by 2 pi. So now if we consider single phase one wire system where the earth will act as a return conductor. Suppose this is the conductor which is at a height h above the ground. Then what will happen? Inductance will be mu naught by 2 pi ln height by r prime. Here why mu naught by 2 pi is coming? Because inductance of earth will also be taken as 0. Okay, so only we have to take care of a single conductor. What about stranded conductor? If we are using stranded conductors, inductance will be mu naught by pi for a 2 wire line ln distance between the conductor over GMR of system. GMR of system will be geometric mean of individual GMRs, that is GMR of 1, GMR of 2 under root. Okay, so that will be the GMR of the system or the effective radius of the system. So here remember, in case of stranded conductor, the GMR that comes out to be is GMR stranded, or let us say GMR1, is actually less than 0.7788 R1. So do not replace in case of stranded conductor GMR by 0.7788 R. It is different than that and it is usually less than 0.7788 R. So these are the different single phase systems and the inductance of each and every system. Now let us look at a three phase system. What will be the inductance? For three phase system, inductance is given as mu naught by 2 pi ln GMD of system by GMR. GMD we derived for a three phase system, that was DAB, DBC, DAC, and GMR, since radius of each and every conductor is same, R prime. Now the thing to remember is, when we are specifying a system inductance or a single value of inductance, here I am assuming transposition. Otherwise each phase will have a different inductance and there is no single inductance for a system. So here I am assuming that the conductors are fully transposed. Okay, so remember this thing, and I am assuming radius to be same. But what if we use a bundled conductor? Then inductance becomes mu naught by 2 pi ln mutual GMD by self GMD. Okay, so here GMR is replaced by self GMD in case of a bundled conductor system. In case of transmission line, inductance is represented using a reactance, which is equal to omega L per phase, and the reactive power per phase of our inductance is I square XL. For three phase it will be 3I square XL, because I told you inductance represents reactive power absorbed by the transmission line. So this much reactive power will be absorbed by the line. Okay, so this is all about the inductance calculation. Now let us look at an example for the calculation of GMR. Now let us say that the stranded conductor is given. Here we have 7 strands. Each strand has a radius r. We need to find the GMR of the system, or GMR of this conductor. So GMR and self GMD have identical calculation method. Just the naming self GMD applies for a bundled conductor and GMR of a single conductor, that may be solid or stranded. So let us first number these conductors: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now if you see, 2 to 7 conductors are identical. Why? Because if you rotate the conductor, then their positions will be interchanged. That means their distances will also be identical with respect to each and every conductor. So if we calculate the effective term for one conductor, it will be same for other. What I mean by effective term is, first of all, if I am calculating GMR, think in terms of self GMD. How will I calculate? I will take combination of each conductor with the conductor of the same system. That is T11, 12 up to 17. Then I will take combination of 2, 21, 22 up to 27. Similarly, 71, 72 up to 77. So how many terms are coming? 7 terms in each block and 7 blocks in total. 49 terms raised to the power 1 by 49. What I am saying is, these terms from 2 to up to 7 conductor, these will be identical, because these conductors are identical. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are identical. Hence these terms will also be identical. So that is why I will calculate only one term and I will raise it to the power 6. But for first, since it is lying at the center, it is different from other conductors. So first let us concentrate on this term. D11 will be R prime, which is 0.7788 R. Now distance of first conductor with respect to any conductor. Let us say with respect to this it will be 2R. With respect to this 2R, 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 2R and again 2R. Okay, so distance of first with respect to any other conductor is 2R. That means 1, 2 equal to 1, 3 up to 1, 7 is 2R. So that is the distances of first conductor. Now let us see about the second conductor. If we talk about second conductor, this one is the second. Then D21 is 2R. D22 is R prime, 0.7788 r. Then D23, distance between 2 and 3, again it is 2r. Then distance between, let us say 2, 7, it will also be 2r. Distance between 2, 5, it will be 4r, 2r plus 2r. Now the distance remains, that is between 2 and 4 and 2 and 6. So let us find the distance between 2, 4 and 2, 6. That will be same. So let us say we are focusing on 2, 4. This is the distance. So let me magnify this. This is our central conductor. This is our second conductor. This is our fourth conductor. So their centers are joined something like this. Or let me draw it in a better manner. So the line joining the centers is tangential to the inner circle. We have to find this distance. So this distance will be radius. This is equal to 2r. This is also equal to 2r. Now if I call this an angle theta, this theta can be calculated from this right angle triangle. Perpendicular is r, hypotenuse is 2r. So sine theta is r by 2r, which is half. So theta is 30 degree. Now if I call this ABC, then BC can be written as 2r, which is the hypotenuse, into cos 30, that is root 3r. Simply we can write AB is equal to 2 times BC, which is 2 root 3r. So that is the distance between 2, 4 and 2, 6, that is 2 root 3r. Now if we put these terms in the expression for the self GMD or GMR, then what will the expression become? First we will take for conductor number 1. First term was r prime, then 2r for other 6 combination, that is for first conductor. Then for second conductor, the distances were 2r with respect to 3, 2r with respect to 1, 2r with respect to 7. So it appears 3 times, that is 2r raised to the power 3. Then with respect to 2 it is r prime. With respect to 5 it is 4r. Then with respect to 4 and 6 it is equal to 2 root 3r. So these are 7 distances, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will take 2 root 3r square. Same will be for the other 6 conductors, so raised to the power 6. And the power will be 1 by 49. Now let us take the count. 1 plus 6, 7 powers inside. 3, 4, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 into 6 is 42. So there are 49 terms overall. Since r is coming in each and every term, let me take r outside. So 0.7788, how many times does it come? 7 times, 1 time for each conductor. Then 2r, 6, and 3 here with 6 here. So 18, 2r raised to the power 24, 4r raised to the power 6, then 2 root 3r, sorry, r I have taken outside, so let me remove r here. Then 2 root 3r is coming twice, raised to the power 6, so 12, and I think these are all the terms, 1 by 49. So let us take a count. 7 and 24, 31, 37 and 12, 49. So overall 49 terms. So this comes out to be 2.176 r. Okay, that is a GMR of stranded conductor. But just now I told you GMR of stranded is less than 0.7788 r. So this might be consuming that it might be confusing that this is coming out to be greater than 0.7788 r. But if you carefully look, the radius of this conductor is not r. If we take the outer radius like this, the radius is actually 3r. 2.176 r is less than 0.7788 into 3R. Okay, this would be the GMR for a solid conductor. This is the GMR of a stranded conductor. So that means GMR of stranded conductor is always less than GMR of solid conductor. And since the GMR is less than solid conductor, means effective radius of stranded is less than effective radius of solid, which means the coronal loss is more in case of stranded conductor as compared to solid conductors. Okay, so let us summarize what we learnt in this lecture. We first saw the resistance of two wire lines. So loop resistance was 2R. For single wire line, loop resistance was R. Then we saw inductance. L total for a single conductor was mu naught by 2 pi ln distance by R prime. R prime was 0.7788 R. Then we saw for a two wire line, mu naught by pi ln d by R prime. R prime was under root R1 prime R2 prime. Then we saw for a three-phase system, inductance per phase was mu naught by 2 pi ln GMD by R prime, where GMD was DAB, DBC, DAC cube root, and for bundle conductor it is mu naught by 2 pi ln GMD by self GMD. Okay, and we saw that GMR of stranded using a problem is 2.176 R, where R is the radius of each strand. So this is all about the inductance calculation. These formulas must be remembered for the case of examination because you won't be able to derive it in the examination hall. So in the next lecture, we'll study about the capacitance calculation for a transmission line.
So my friend, if you want to join Unacademy, if you liked the lecture, if you like the content that you have just watched and you have decided that Unacademy is the right place for you and you want to learn with me, you want to learn from me, then don't hesitate because that is where we are conducting free classes every day that will boost your GATE rank. So if you decide to take subscription, click on GATE and ESE, click on get subscription. After this, you can choose the plan that you want to opt for. The final year and dropper can take 1 year plan. Second and the third year can take 2 year plan. But don't forget to use the code Ankit ESE. This will give you 10% off as well as it will bring you under my guidance. And as you can see, the prices are really affordable, my friend. It is much less than any other institute can offer you. And that is why I keep repeating, Unacademy is not an academy. It is a revolution. It is a feeling. You can make the payment by credit, debit card, EMI, net banking. Also, EMI is available on debit card, but for HDFC debit card and Bajaj Finserv debit card. So if you are from a weak financial background, you can pay the amount in installments, but only use the code Ankit ESE. And my friend, these are some videos where I have told how to study, how to get the best rank in GATE, and these videos will really help you in cracking GATE. So make sure that you watch each and every one of them. And my friend, these are our other channels, like for mechanical we have, for civil also we have, for computer science we have for SSC, JEE, all branches, electrical, mechanical, civil. And on this channel we have the previous year question video solution, that too free of cost. And many more channels will be coming very soon for you guys. So be a part of our YouTube family and you can take the benefit of all the free content that we are bringing.